Hi everybody, G here. Today is February 26, 2021. It's a beautiful sunny winter day here in Ontario, and the birds are singing, the bees are keeping warm and still alive. No, fingers crossed, spring is around the corner. And I'm very happy today because I finally took the time to edit multiple videos that I took between June 6 and September 4, 2020. So that's over a period of 83 days. And they all have to do with the management of this colony right here. So what happened shortly after I purchased new bees for this colony, I noticed there was something wrong with the queen, and I had to take some steps to replace her and requeen that colony. So I hope you'll find this interesting. I know it's a bit long, it's over half an hour. I really tried my best to edit the video as short as possible, but you will be able to see live, my observations as I noticed there's something wrong, my thought process about how I could possibly fix the issue. And I also took some time to show you some things that hopefully you'll find interesting, like what a queen cell looks like, a queen cup, drone brood, normal brood, eggs, etc. If you're thinking about getting into beekeeping, I'm hoping this will give you a good insight into what goes in doing beehive management, because I have no doubt that if I had not done anything with this colony, that it would not be there right now. It would have died by the end of summer. So it's important when you're a beekeeper to take care of your bees. When you have bees, you need to inspect them frequently and look for signs of troubles and take the necessary action. And that's why it's very good to have your own network of beekeepers that you can rely on and seek advice from. Before we start, some of you might be wondering about this hat. Awesome hat that I purchased from an artist that I came across on Facebook that goes by Truffle Arts. So what I'm going to do is link their Facebook page or their other social media page into the description of this video. So if you're interested to get a nice hat like I have, visit their page. And it's awesome. I really like this bee hat. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to help you. Enjoy the video. So something interesting here that I'd like to show you. This is one of the nukes I installed yesterday evening. When I was putting it in, I noticed that actually these colonies had made two big supersedure queen cells, and you can see them right there. So that's usually how what the bees will build when they want to make a new queen. Now this one looks a bit damaged. It was just about to be capped. When looking in, you can't really see, there's the white stuff inside that cell is royal jelly, and there's actually a larvae in there. So that raised a few questions. First I was wondering, okay, why would this nuke want to make a new queen? So my first question is, okay, well, do I still have a queen? Is it in there? So it is. I did find her. She's right there, right in the center. She has a longer, slender body. You see her there? That's the queen right there. Right in the middle. That's the queen bee. And she's gonna move around the frame. And what she does is she puts her long butt into these wax combs and lays eggs. But now that's the other thing I'm looking at. So why is that queen? Why are they trying to replace her? It could be there's something wrong with her. So the next thing I'm gonna check is if I see eggs, like fresh eggs. If I don't see any, it could mean that somehow she's not laying, and that's her job. So if she's not laying eggs or laying properly, then that's why they're trying to replace her. And I have to say, I'm not seeing a lot of eggs, so I'm a little bit concerned about this nuke. Also a bit concerned that this cup is damaged. I don't know. I'm assuming the bees will be able to repair it. At some point, they will completely cap it so that the larvae that's in there will be able to develop. So I'm going to continue my inspection. I can see a few eggs. I have to look at other frames. There's a lot of bees in this nuke, which is very good. And just to see what shape we appear to be in. Just to show you, so these sorry, the mosquitoes are horrible. What you see there sticking out, no domes like that are raised, these will be male bees. So as a beekeeper, it's something you need to keep a look at, because if all you see are these things, there's something wrong. Right, so this is day 3 of the nuke adventure with the queen cells. So I've done some research and I spoke to my bee supplier. And after doing a bit more of an inspection and seeing that we do have eggs and larvae at different stages, the conclusion is that I should be destroying these queen cells, and that way I will ensure that this queen is not replaced and stays there to support that colony. Alright, so I've pulled that frame. What's very interesting is that same as yesterday, my queen is right where these 2 queen cells are. So there's something, she's right there. She's kind of underneath now. But there's something intriguing to her about these queen cells. It'll be a bit tricky to do it while holding the phone, so you'll see. So take a look at what it looks like now. So here it is. I cut it out with my hive tool. What you see in there is I believe royal jelly on the bottom of that cell. Where is it? Camera. There. The bees are really interested into it. So I'm going to scrape that off all the way down. And that's where it was. So this is how you remove a queen cell. You just scrape it off. So that's it. I'm now gonna put this back in, and I'm gonna let this colony be for a few days before I look at it again. I've been opening it every single day now since I've installed the nuke, and I think these bees deserve a bit of a break. So we're now a week later in this nuke, and one thing you can see is that there's now a fully formed supersedure cell there that is capped. So this is a new queen in the making. Also, I found that there's another cup right there in the center that they are building. Now there's one thing of concern also in what I'm seeing is that although I had lots of eggs and I was able to find the queen today, what I can see is that most of the brood appears to be drones. If I blow on the bees to move them, all of these capped cells there that are sticking out, this is all drone brood, and this is not good at all because I don't need that many drones. And I have other frames like that as well, where the larvae are drones. Actually, just noticed another queen cup right there. So I feel that there's something wrong with this queen and they're not happy with her. So the fact that it's only drones could mean that there was something with that this queen did not get fertilized properly. I'm not really sure, but I've seen a lot of drone brood on the other frames as well. So I think for this one, what's going to happen, I'm going to think about it. I might need to actually kill that queen and let this one emerge, and then just monitor the bee population. You know, my queen is right there. She's walking around and she's sticking her butt into some of the empty cells to lay an egg. Might see her do that. Well, she checks the cells first. See what's in there. I'm just gonna stick her bum. There you go. Now she's laying an egg in there. There is a queen sleeping in there. She should be emerging within the next week. It takes, I believe it's 18 days, 16 or 18, I never quite remember exactly, for the queen to emerge for once the cup is fully formed. So I don't have much time to make my decisions here. Right, so it's now been 2 days since we opened this hive and found the new queen cells. There is a chance that this queen is only laying drones. So I'm gonna have a look now just to see how things have changed. So I see lots of worker bees. So what I'm looking for today is I want to see some normal capped worker bee cap brood, you know, just to give me assurance that this queen is able to lay worker bees and is not only laying drones, because that would be disastrous for a hive to only have males, because we need to have the worker bees. So this is frame number 4. As you can see, this is all drone brood, and here's nice juicy larvae just about to be capped, you know. But it's all drone brood. You can see how it's has a little dome on it, and so doesn't look too good. Now let's see on the other side. Other side, pretty much the same thing. Right, I pulled the next frame, and this is where the boys hang out. All of the bees you see on here are all pretty much drones. They're just walking around, chilling. This pretty much confirms, I believe, that we have a situation here to manage with this queen. Now my problem is that I can't be sure for sure if this is a new queen or my existing queen, and that's the main reason why some beekeepers will mark their queen. You can use a Sharpie, you know, made for that purpose, that will put a colored dot on the back of the queen, and then you can keep track of which color is in which hive. And if my queen was marked, I would know right away if this was a new one or if it's the old one. But that big queen cell that was capped just 2 days ago is now open, as you've seen, and I have no way to know if it's a queen that emerged from it or if the old queen destroyed it. I don't know. But I found another one of these big supersedure cells that's being built, and actually 2 of them, and they both have larvae in there as well. So right, here we are a week later. Again, this is the hive where I have a drone laying queen. I'm doing a final inspection today to see if things have changed, and if not, we're going to dispatch that queen and try to see if we can salvage this hive. I don't have a new queen ready to requeen. However, my intention is to try to have this hive go into emergency mode and make a new queen using eggs that will come from this hive. It's a very strong one. It should have many frames of eggs and brood in various stages, and hopefully the bees in this colony will use one of these eggs to raise a new queen that will be able to lay properly, and that's laying a mix of worker bees and drones. This queen so far looks like all she's laying is drones. The few worker bees and foragers are in there, are doing their job. It's just that if they're not being replaced with new female bees, In a month from now, all I'm gonna have is drones, and then this colony is not gonna be able to survive. So far everything looks the same. All I'm seeing is brood. My queen is actually on this frame. She's right there. Where is she? There she is. We're gonna make note of that. I suspect that this is her last day in this hive. On the other side, same thing. Only drones. This is frame number 5. Same thing. Only drone brood. There's queen cup again. Right there. This is the next frame. It is full of pollen and nectar. So the worker bees are in there really doing a good job. Like this is full. See, this is nectar. You can see pollen, all these nice colors, you know. Beside their queen not helping them, the colony itself appears to be in good shape. All right, so what I've done so far, I've destroyed 4 queen cells and queen cups. Just used my tool and scraped it off from the frames. I had a look into it, and one of them had an egg in it. So what we're trying to do here is make sure that there's no more queens in the making in that colony before I kill the existing queen. And hopefully I will put a frame in there full of eggs from the other one. They will raise a new queen from these eggs. But the other thing that's alarming is that I'm not seeing a lot of eggs. So I feel that my queen, who's a drone layer, might have stopped laying. I'm seeing a lot of young brood, but not a ton, not a lot. So there's definitely something wrong with that queen. The purpose of the video is not to show you how to kill the queen, it's just to show you what's involved in managing a hive. And unfortunately, sometimes killing a queen is part of it. So before I do that, I have to decide which frame I'm gonna leave out. And I'll probably insert my new frame of brood right in the center. This is where the core of the bee population is, and I really want them to use these new fresh eggs to start something new. Right, so now we've opened the cover of this hive. My goal right now is to go into the brood box at the bottom and pull out a nice frame of eggs and cap brood to put into this hive who's having a drone laying queen. All right, so after going through all my frames, I picked up this one to give to my other hive. This one has some capped brood, so I know that it's gonna boost the bee population when that emerges. And it has a lot of eggs, like a significant amount of eggs on each side. So it's a good mix, has some pollen as well in there. But it's not full of cap brood. Like I had a hard time finding one that had a lot of eggs. This queen is really already working on the second box. So what I'm gonna do now is make sure my queen is not on this frame. I'm gonna shake most of these bees off by just shaking the frame and make sure these bees fall into this hive. And then we'll have a frame free of bees to move to the other colony. All right, so off camera, what I've done, we have there the frame with eggs that I'm gonna put into this one. So as I was looking for my queen, I found her, and she's actually flew out. You know, they'll do that, there's a truss, so she's right there. She's over there, so that makes it easier for me. So I'm just gonna go with this and cut her head off before she flies back into the hive. And that's it, unfortunately. Bye-bye, queen. It's been a while since we now killed the queen and got rid of the queen cells and the queen cups. So we're gonna have a quick look just to see what's going on in here. So we opened it up, so there is not a lot of bees in here. The frame with the X here is the one that I gave from the other hive that had the eggs. So I'm gonna have a look to see what happened to this frame. And we're gonna have a quick look to see if I can find any queen cells or queen cups, but hopefully a queen cell with that is capped. All right, we have a good news here. So Coincidentally, this frame was right next to the frame of eggs that I've put, and immediately across, and there's one capped queen cell right there. There's 3 capped queen cell right there. Don't know if you can see them. There's one in the making over there. It's possible actually that one got damaged when I removed the frame. So I don't need to go any more in there. Hopefully one of these, well, we know that one of these will become a queen. So because they're capped, I think we're gonna let them be for another week. All right, today is July 18. It's been a bit it's been a while, at least a week, since we had a look in this hive to see what's going on, and we noticed a few queen cells last time. So one thing I can say is that in the last week, the amount of traffic in this colony has really increased. What I want to do now is have a look to see what's the status of these queen cells. So right off the bat, I can tell that there's way more bees in this colony than there was last time. If you remember, about 2 weeks ago, I had put a frame of eggs in there, that one there, and you know, that was actually to give them a boost. So my assumption is that all these eggs now and those have become larvae, and that they have now become worker bees. So this is the frame where there were queen cells. I can only find one queen cell right now, and it's open, and it's over there. So that is a good indication that there's a queen, or there should be a queen, hopefully, running somewhere in this colony. But I swear, I'm pretty sure there were more queen cells on this frame, and I can't see any at this moment. So this frame is a frame of eggs that we took from this hive and put it there. There's no more eggs, no more larvae in there on each side. And so this is why there's way more bees in here, because all these new bees, probably a few thousand bees that I added to this colony, are now have hatched and are in there. So we'll now move to the other frame, and maybe the queen is on this one. But at least we know that this colony got the boost in bees that I was hoping for it to get. So I went through every single frame, and no luck. I couldn't find a queen. Doesn't mean she's not there. The only risk is that if they were unsuccessful in raising a queen, is that now there's no more eggs in there. So I'll have to continue to keep an eye on it. I'll have another quick look as I put the frame back, see if I can find that queen. Otherwise, maybe I'll have another look in 4 or 5 days. And if I still can't find her, I might add another frame of eggs to that colony, just to make sure that if they do need to make one, that they have good eggs to get them going. All right, so here we are once again, a few days later. Today's Friday, and we're gonna have another look at this colony, try to find a queen again. So I went through all the frames. The bad news is that there's no queen in this hive. There's no eggs in this hive. From the time I've seen that queen cells, it's no longer there, by the way. They totally removed it, and they're just packing honey everywhere. So what I want to avoid is getting what's called a laying worker, where one of these worker bee would start laying eggs. I removed a frame that doesn't have much going on it. It's just wax with some pollen, and was able to space out all my frames. In the middle here is where I'm going to insert another frame of eggs from that colony. So I'm going to put the cover back on temporarily so they don't get too excited when I open the other hive. But now I have to remove that honey super, which is okay, because this one needs a second honey super added on top. I'll remove it, have a look in this box. Hopefully I find a nice frame of eggs, put it in there, swap this one for this one, and then we'll start the timer again and monitor how it's doing. Okay, here's an update. So I removed the honey super. I put the cover back on there. This is the top of the brood box. I went through all the frames. I found a nice frame that had tons of eggs. Like this queen in there is crazy. I shook the bees off it, so all of this is eggs. The frame was here, so I replaced it. So this frame is the one I just took from that hive. I'm now about to close it, put the cover on top, the honey box on top, and then I'm gonna add another honey box as well. But you can see, like, this is crazy. Like, I have 4 frames here full of cap brood. So this hive is really doing really well. So it's not gonna miss that frame of eggs that I took. All right, so just quickly reopen this colony. I have my placeholder here. You can see that the bees are already kind of trying to bridge the gap. No, they're literally making like a bee bridge. I'm gonna insert that frame there. I try to be quick because eggs are pretty sensitive to temperature. I mean, today's pretty hot. Yes, there's still bees from the other colony on it. I tried to remove as many as I could. All of this in the middle is all eggs, and it looks the same on both sides. It has a bit of cap brood, so there's been new bees coming out. So all of this are bees that are already capped, and in here there's eggs at the different phases. So there you go, bees. Hopefully that will give you another head start. Trying to push it down. And we're gonna give them a week, then we're gonna have another look. I have to remember, so it's actually this one. I'm gonna do a check mark on it this time, so I can remember which frame I added. This was the original one, and this is the new one with eggs. Okay, that's it for the update, and hopefully in a week from now we have a queen cell. All right, August 2nd. It was on July 24th, so almost 10 days ago that we moved the frame of eggs from this hive to this hive as a second attempt to have them create a new queen. So we're gonna have a quick check today to see if there's any queen cells being built. We have some good news here. This is the frame immediately adjacent to the new frame of eggs I have added, and there's a queen cup. Right there. That's being made. Hopefully I find some more. There's at least one. It's just a cup for now, but it's a good sign. It means that they're probably getting ready to hopefully make a new queen. I'm gonna have a look at the actual frame of eggs to see what's going on there. So actually I just had a look. I don't even have to pull this frame because all I wanted to check today is for cells and cups, and I can see already that there is a queen cell in there, like right in the center. There's bees on it, but here you can see the edge of it, and that one appears to be capped, so this is very good. So hopefully that will work. Very happy, fingers crossed, and guess we'll see what happens. So good luck colony. We're hoping when I come back in 10 days from now that this queen cell will be open, and that maybe there'll be a queen in there. So right away there appears to be a bit more bees. To remember that this is a second egg frame I have added, And we know there's a queen cell from last time on this frame that we've seen. So I'm just going to quickly just have a look to see if things look the same. So I've pulled a few frames. A few interesting things to observe is so this used to be a queen cell. All of a sudden it's open, so there was something in there. Either it hatched or it was killed. I'm looking to see if there's a very young queen in there somewhere, and I was not able to find her on this frame. Hi everybody, today is August 26th. I was planning today to take care of this colony there, the one with the failed queen, the drone laying, and I was totally going to do a video about showing how to combine colonies, you know, with what's called a newspaper combine. To my great surprise, when I opened it up, there's eggs. There's eggs and there's capped brood, like normal worker bee capped brood. So this is awesome. And what this means is that when I inspected this colony last week and the week before, you know, look after the queen cells had emerged, I likely just missed that virgin queen that would have been in there. Now I know they're a bit smaller and harder to spot when they're virgins, but the good news is that it worked. So I just finished closing it up, so I'm kind of doing this video after the fact, because honestly I was just going to have a look into it, not do any video, and then do the combine later. But no, this is very good news, so I'll show you what she looks like. So there she is, my queen. I can't believe it. Where were you when I was looking for you? That is crazy. I'm so happy right now, I can't even tell you. It totally worked. I was able to save this colony and use eggs from a different colony to have them raise their own queen. There she is. And here I was today coming to like do a newspaper combine. I was gonna combine all these bees with another hive just so that I didn't get to lose them, but I don't have to now. They're good. So this queen now has a lot of work to do because it's the end of August, so she has the entire month of September and early October to lay what will, you know, likely become all the winter bees. You can see all of the brown there. This is all normal worker bee brood. What you see in there are very good looking larvae. You know, that's about to be capped and become bees. And then in the cells, in some of them, I can see eggs. And so there's some over there. You can see right in the middle, looks like a little grain of rice. These are eggs. So that is excellent. I am super happy with this. I'm gonna close this hive, let them be, let this queen do her thing. I'm quickly gonna look at the other frame just to make sure they have enough stores, because these bees were getting very low on stores. Very good. It just shows that, you know, this means that when I inspected this colony the last 2 times, that I totally missed that queen. So we're now September 4th, and I'm checking on the status of this hive. That's the surprise hive where we actually found some that we have a queen in there. So it's doing very well. Lots of brood. So everything you see there with the brown capping is all new brood. So this frame is very full. You know, that other frame that's right there that you see, is full of eggs and a bit of capped brood. So they're really trying to get their population going. The one thing I've noticed though is that they're getting very low on stores. The honey frame, the first one, I'll show it to you later. It's probably half gone. So I believe what I'm gonna do now today is I'm gonna start feeding this colony to make sure that there's sufficient feed and the nutrients available for this colony, because now it's gonna get into winter mode. I'm starting to make the winter bees. It's awesome at this time of the year to see lots of brood, but we don't want them to starve. The more bees, the more food that's needed. We're getting towards the end of the season and the nectar flow is almost done. We have goldenrods out, but that's only gonna last for a few more weeks. So it might not be enough. So we're gonna start feeding these bees. I'm gonna feed them all, but this one I'm gonna give it a head start and start feeding it with a bucket feeder. So I'm very happy, very happy. It feels good to know that you know, by properly paying attention and managing colony, you can actually have some good results. Well, thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you learned a few things. I know it was long, but thank you for sticking around and watching it till the end. Like I said in my introduction, I hope this gave you a good insight in terms of what goes into managing bee colonies. As you can see, you know, it's doing well. Even though it's a bit cold today, the bees are out and they're doing some cleansing flights. And you know, if you take care of your bees, you'll be able to really help them. And no, that colony would not be there right now if I would not have noticed the issues with the queen. So again, I thank you for watching. I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to my channel. You know, I do this for fun, and my goal is to you know, try to educate people on beekeeping and you know, sharing some of my knowledge. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.